Anyway, guys, moving on to the next topic. Speaking of the Acolyte, something I would like to sue Disney for, but not for this, actually. They actually did something good. So the Acolyte season 2 is not happening, and which good riddance because the first season was just awful. And but in this whole entire situation, there's been an uproar from people on the internet saying like Disney has caved. They have given in to the haters. And it's like, if but that's not true. That's really not true because Disney has their agendas and all that. Yes, yeah, whatever. Remade, but if you really look into the articles that that break down the why of the Acolyte season 2 isn't happening, it's because no one watched it. No one watched the first season of the Acolyte. So why would they make a second one? You're just burning money at that point. They released the numbers of I
Yeah, they were
it,
not good.
no, it's like
They were way less than I thought they were going to be.
the Andor was the lowest watched season, and they used that season, but the lowest watched Star Wars show on Disney Plus, and it was even lower than that. It had around a 336 million minutes watched for the whole entire season, I think, or is it either for like the final episode or whatever. The Acolyte had more, and that's a show that no one really knew about, and that one had a lot of positive stuff to say. And so yeah, it's not Disney catering to either side. It's Disney thinking of a financial decision. It's like this thing costs 180 million dollars to make, and if so, if you it's the same thing when it comes to a movie at the box office.
The global viewership was terrible. And here's the thing is when you spend that much money when you could have made Dune, you know what I mean? Like you could
Yeah,
have made a quality of Dune and you got that instead. Um, Crazy.
yeah, this and like and the one thing I'm sick of is the people blaming other people, and it's like oh, you're racist, oh, it's because you're sexist, it's because you didn't like it. No, no, it's like, yes, there's people out there that are sexist and racist and whatever that don't like the show because of that reason, but it's a very small majority of people, and you're giving them what they want. You are giving them the energy you need. If you're one of the people saying this, like, oh, you're sexist and racist because that's why you're right, you're giving what you want because you're blaming everyone else for that. That's what they want you to do, and it's like you're giving them the attention that they want, need and crave. And that's why I hate Disney, where they're allowing these the director Leslie Headland and like the actor that played Osha and May in the show going around. They're like, yeah, the whole point was making white men cry. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why is that your speech?
I
Don't
just
don't don't cave in.
for me, it's not even about that.
No,
It's
it's
did you make a good show? And based upon ratings, there are some people that are going to
yeah,
intrinsically hate and they just hate. And that's
yes,
annoying. And like, give it a chance. But they had opportunities to make it good
yeah.
and it was bad. Like, they had flashes of brilliance in like the fighting scenes and everything. And then they had bad writing where it's like, what happened? Who wrote this? Like a 5-year-old? Just, they
Yeah,
should have had Chat GPT just write it.
Exactly. Oh, see that, and it's like you do see it. Like the first episode, at least the first two episodes, had pretty good numbers. Like they had interesting numbers, probably more higher than the Andor itself. But then if you look at the rest, they drop off because people lost interest because the show wasn't good or wasn't for them. Oh, you want to put it in a nice way. Um, and and but then like and next people like want to blame people that hate it, like saying like, oh well, you told this person not to watch it so they didn't watch it. Well, if you're the person that likes the show and you said like, oh, if you don't like it, don't watch it, you're part of the problem too. If you're saying that we have that much power to tell someone not to watch it, you do too. If you said that, it's just like it that people want to point fingers and not look at the facts, and the facts is the numbers. If you I don't care if you like it. If you like it, good for you. Unfortunately, I didn't like it. I felt like there could have been different ways to do it. And it shows. And it shows that the majority of the audiences did not care for the Acolyte. And that's why they're not going to do a season two, because at the end of the day, Disney doesn't care about me. They don't care about you. They care about how much money they can shove in the back of their pocket. That's all they care about.
Well, and the unfortunate thing is, do we know how much money this lost is the better question.
They're already
I mean, it
ta-
was good. It was good enough for Bob Iger to go,
yeah,
like, cut it out. Like, so I think it's the perspective of like it's it's about the money, and unfortunately they spent a lot of it.
yeah.
So
Like if like, if they really cared about the fans, where's my Darth Vader show? Where is that? Give it. Come on, Disney. Ease it.
yeah, I know.
Like, so they don't care about you. They unfortunately don't. The creators do. I'll say that the creators do, but Disney itself doesn't. And so, but I mean, besides Leslie Headland, I don't think she cares about anyone but herself and be like, oh, I'm the one. Yeah. And so, but yeah, it the only good thing that comes out of this is maybe there's some for like some smart thinking coming from Disney now. It's like, okay, we can't be putting stuff out like that. Like it's the same thing with like, the DC with WB. The reason why they axed the DCEU is because it was a failure. And people are getting upset, like, oh, they fired Henry Cavill. No one went and saw Black Adam to give him give the reason to bring Henry Cavill back in the first place. So it's like there was no fan base in there in the DCEU for a reason to bring back Henry Cavill in the first place. That's why they had to axe it and start from scratch. Like, there's no point of continuing a universe that's already dead. That most of the movie going audiences don't care about, and even the fans don't care about because it's not Zack Snyder. So it's just
I think it just
it's a
it
financial
really
decision.
depends. And that's the thing is it's like it's difficult because some stuff can do very well financially and it's
Yeah,
actually bad. Other stuff can be really good and
and
do
not do
terrible
well. Like
financially.
like Fall Guy, a movie I really like, but unfortunately no
Yeah.
one really saw because the marketing wasn't really there, and the title honestly kind of sucks. The only people that are gonna really care about the title is the people that watch the show. So
Yeah, and in order to understand that, usually a title gives an insight into, what it's going to be talking about, and it just didn't. So
no.
I really hope that Disney turns it around. I mean, it stinks. It really does stink. I
Yeah,
think
for the ones
you
that
really
like the
want,
show, yes, yeah,
yeah. I mean, you want to like the show. You want to have another chance where it's like, okay, maybe with a different director, a different script, we'd be having a different conversation or a different story. Uh, but Disney is going to have to learn the hard way that slapping Star Wars or Marvel or Disney or even Pixar on a movie does not make it good,
yeah.
let alone a show. And
Well,
so, and
it
that's the thing is they like it's like Avatar. Let's keep making the blue people movie so people keep seeing. I mean, it's like how many can you really do of that genuinely?
yeah.
So,
Well,
just
and
my thought
and
process.
well, and it's like Ahsoka season two. Ahsoka's getting a season two, and I'm not really a big fan of that. I would rather watch it over the Acolyte, but it shows in the numbers like people watched it and people are interested, even if they didn't like it, it got the numbers, and so um, it's just Disney has been putting out not I don't want to offend people, but they've been putting out garbage after garbage. And now they're starting to realize that they're losing a lot of money when they do that. Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan, um, Mandalorian season 3. Like the only good things that Disney put out when it came to their Disney Plus Star Wars stuff is the first two Mandalorians seasons and Andor. You know how much money that they lost on Star Wars?
Yeah,
And like, and not even knowing what to do with their own universe. You get three different movies coming out. You have the Ray movie, which no one asked for. You got the Mandalorian movie that's supposed to set up like a probably a Mandalorian trilogy, I think. And you also got the James Mangold, the First Jedi movie as well. And there, guess what? All of them are about three different eras, and none of them is about and none of them are going to have a clear connection to anything. They're just going to be their own separate things, and it's like whenever they come out, when it's not nothing like the MCU where it's going to be a cohesive storytelling. And so Star Wars itself is just a mess right now, and Disney needs to pick one thing and go from there. And and yeah, you can have your solo stories, like your solo spin-offs, whatever, like they did with Star Wars stories. But if you're gonna, but it's your universe is gonna feel so disconnected when you're doing all these different projects that don't lead to anything. So that's kind of like how it is.
I
Um,
agree.
but yeah,
Well, so no, it's definitely something. I think it'll be interesting to see where Disney goes from here, especially as they try and impress stockholders. Parks are under pressure. I mean, they're gonna have to start making really smart decisions of how they're gonna make money. And making fan bases angry does not does
yeah,
not do that. Or
that's
losing
not
money on
that's not their
yeah.
goal. Sometimes it
Yeah.
is when it comes to Snow White, but that is not really their goal. They care about is like how much money they can put in their pocket, and the Acolyte didn't do that. It simply didn't, and it's not because of haters or racists, even though there are racist and sexist people out there. That's not what it did. It's just simply no one really was interested in the first place, even if there was your small little group that were. So because they're not gonna release something for something that doesn't make its money back. They're simply not going to, because what's the
Yeah.
point? But yeah. Anyway, let us guys your know let us you I gotta rephrase myself. I don't know why I'm stumbling today. Guys, let us know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below on the Acolyte, on this decision. Do you like it? Do you disagree? Or do you hate me now because I called you out for your stupid arguments? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see the full-on podcast, I'll leave a link in the description below. And you guys can also check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. And if you guys want to, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the topics as well. So leave a comment on it. And if you guys are new to the channel and you guys enjoyed what you saw, hit that subscribe button because we have a lot of other stuff on the channel. As a reminder, this is a monthly upload on the Big Talk with Austin. And this will also give you guys the opportunity to submit some topics to us that happen throughout the month. So if you guys want to do that, go check me on Twitter and follow me there. Tag me whenever something interesting pops up that is movie reviews, movie TV shows, any like pop culture related type of stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys next review. Bye, guys.